Morning, welcome to Women's Lift Club. So today what I'm going to show you is how to review the barbell. We're going to do some squats, deadlifts, presses. This is a live clinic that I'm doing, but we're going to record it and post it to the YouTube channel later. So if you have any questions, be sure to put them in the comments and let's get after it. Hi, thanks for joining us.
Myself after this. We just wanted to say hi.
You're okay. Hey, number two, ways. You ready? What was that? Oh, good. Good. How are you? Good to see you in person. Come on in. Annalise, Haley. Annalise is our wonderful nanny. Um, Take a spot wherever. If you want to put your stuff, there's a little cubby over here between. So I'm going to go ahead and get started, and we'll just wait for Nia. Um, so just housekeeping stuff. There's 2 bathrooms if we need them. If you need to go to the bathroom during all of this, oh hey Danielle. If you need to go to the bathroom during this, just go. Like it's okay. And if someone's in one bathroom, yeah, you have to do the potty sign. You have to do the potty sign. Yeah, and then or it's this one bullshit. Um, sign language. So there's one right here, and then there's another in the hallway as well. If you run out of water, there is a water fountain in the hallway. I just kindly ask that we don't go in the treatment rooms. Lisa and Austin are the owners here. They're not here. I think they're coming later just to say hello. But not our space, not our place. So for those of you who don't know, most of you know me, I'm Amanda. I'm a prenatal and postpartum coaching specialist. And what I do is I work in the community and I bring a lot of people together to focus on the client. So a lot of my clients, I'm working with them on multiple aspects. So for example, Bess, Lisa and I would collaborate on your care, and then we would communicate and make sure that you're feeling okay. If I'm talking to you and I'm seeing you and something comes up, I'm going to communicate that to Lisa on your behalf, or she'll tell me, hey, she's doing really great. She's free to do whatever. And that way we create kind of this streamlined, open aspect of communication for our clients. I would say for most of us have worked in healthcare in one way or another here. We all know that communicating from the patient or the client perspective sometimes gets challenging. So it's nice to have a professional relationship where that client or that patient doesn't have to worry about that. But today, what we're here for is to learn how to strength train or to reintroduce ourselves to it, right? So every single one of you has a different background here. And that's wonderful because there's always a skill that we can improve on. There are many things that I can improve on. I've been strength training for, sorry, and I cuss a lot too. Probably over 10 years. And so there's a lot of things that I still don't know that I can learn from. So I think it's really great that Christine's here. She's another prenatal and postpartum fitness trainer as well in the Valley. So she would be a great person to put in your network if that's something you're interested in as well, or to follow on social media because her stuff really aligns with my stuff as well. So any questions that you have, just raise a hand so I know to listen, be aware of it. Do not be afraid to ask because someone else probably has that question, especially when we're going to start getting into the squat racks and the deadlifts and the dumbbells and all of that, because this stuff seems scary because it seems heavy. I promise you, you are picking up more weight than what this barbell is every day from your children, your babies, your care, your providers, your loved ones. We just don't know it, right? And so when you think you're going to go under that, it's like, oh, fuck. And you don't know where to put your feet, your hands, but that's what we're going to go over today. So we have these PVC pipes. They are a great tool to get us comfortable. But some things I want to get you comfortable with, you guys can see me okay, great, is what we talk about like terminology. And so that was part of this because a lot of people don't know what the fuck anything means when they go and do it, and they follow an app, which is great. That's why apps were created, to make it easy and accessible. But there is something empowering about knowing how to progress. We don't want to be doing the same thing for months and years. I met a gal this past week at one of the doula groups, had a informational session, and she was doing 3 sets of 10 with 7.5 pounds, so 15 total. She really wanted me to know that. And she had been doing that for 3 years. And I was like, you need to go heavier. And she's like, don't want to do that. And I was like, okay, that's okay. But now you're leaving a lot on the table as far as muscle. And I'm going to keep emphasizing how important muscle is, because that's going to keep us strong, not only prenatally, postpartum, but into that perimenopause, menopause stage. You'll also hear like, oh, my metabolism slows down. You want to boost your metabolism, you want to eat more, you build muscle. It's pretty simple. We make sure we're eating enough and we do an appropriate strength training. That's the secret formula, the secret sauce. There is nothing that is clickbaity about it. There's nothing sexy about it. That just is what it is. So when we're looking at strength training, the most important thing is attire, right? So you want to be comfortable in it. We don't want to wear big baggy stuff unless it's freezing in a gym or something. But one of the most important things that I see overlooked is the shoes. So if y'all look at your shoes right now, most of us have, so can I use you, Bess, as an example? So Bess has the typical shoes of someone who's just starting, which is not to pick on you, but they are thick soled, which makes your feet really rock on the surface. We want our feet to be nice and balanced. And so a lot of times I have my clients either lift barefoot with socks on, or if you see me in my Instagram videos, I have these little slippers on because this matting will get your feet all black. So that's the first thing I recommend is if you don't have to invest in new shoes, like you do not have to invest in a lot of equipment for any of this, but the first thing you do is just take your shoes off, and we're all going to do that today. Because you want to feel the feet on the floor, and you're essentially going to be pushing the floor away from yourself. Everything is pushed the floor away. So thinking of like a leg press is I'm sitting on the floor and I'm pushing the machine here, like away from me. It builds your legs. That same push comes from a vertical angle as well. Questions on that so far? Sorry, vomit. There are books and pens next to you. Those books and pens, you can use them, you cannot. I find that when you write down or when you log it, so whether that's in your phone, an app, or on paper, I'm a paper and pen girl, that keeps you consistent. It also lets you know where you're starting from. Another problem that so many women have is that they go to the gym, they go, oh, I don't know what I did last time, I'll just grab this real quick, because they're intimidated, which is completely fair. But if you don't know where to start, you're, again, leaving strength gains on the table. So if you have your little paper and pen, you can bust it out real quick. Okay, last time I did 10 pounds. Maybe today I'll do 12 or 15. And if it's too heavy, then we'll talk about that, how to reframe and like kind of go back to that other place. So when we're doing that, we also want to talk about how much effort we're putting into the lift, right? So there's a term called rate per exertion, RPE. You'll see it out there. Really what you want to look for is, are you making an ugly ass face when you're done? And if you're not, you should go heavier, because you should not look cute doing this. This is the thing that pisses me off, right? Like, this is the thing that pisses me. Yeah, I posted this ugly ass reel of myself of like it looks like I'm like giving birth, you know, and but you should have a face that doesn't look cute, and that should tell you you're lifting heavy enough, right? Now, there's different times where things are going to feel lighter than more heavy. So going into that, you have sets and reps with weight. So sets is the amount of times I'm going to complete the amount of reps. So if I say 3 sets of 10, like we talked about with the gal before, she's going to do 10 reps once, and that's 1 set, right? I'm going to rest, 10 reps again, second set, 10 reps, third set. So when we're doing like a low rep, so let's say we're doing 1 to 4, it's going to feel really heavy. You should feel like, oh no, like this is scary. We'll say 6 to 10 should feel like, okay, I can do this, but at the 8, 9, 10th rep is going to feel a little bit more fatiguing. At your 12, 13, 15 rep, that's just kind of, you're going to feel more of like an energy burn per se, because there's different reasons for different rep ranges. You don't need to worry about that right now. Like, there's no purpose for you guys to know that. That's one of the benefits of following like a coach or a trainer, because let's be honest, most of you don't give a fuck about why we're programming the way we are. You don't care. You just want to get it done. You want to feel good. Okay, that's up for me and people like Christine to do behind the scenes, so that way we can make sure you're progressing and taking that mental load off your plate, because we're already so overwhelmed with work, kids, school, all the shit we're supposed to do, that this is where outsourcing is really helpful, or even following apps. I mean, there's different price ranges for everything, right? So questions on sets, reps, anything like that? Okay, am I going too fast? Okay, good. If I am, just say something. So I want everybody to pick up a PVC pipe, and let's get to it. Do y'all have any questions? No? Okay. I'm going to scoot this back so y'all can see me. And we're going to do this a little bit. And I'm going to come right there. Okay. Sure. What's it? Cheerlead. I feel like I didn't trail. I'm trailing in high school. Okay, so PVC pipe. This is from my CrossFit days. Yeah. So PVC pipe is a great thing to have in a home gym. So a lot of women think like, oh, I'll start a home gym. And I'm like, that's great. Are you going to do this consistently? Because don't invest in it if you're not going to. The PVC pipe is a great starting point because it's going to help you with balance. You can also do a lot of mobility stuff with it too. But another thing like resistance bands is a great second tier that I usually recommend for home gyms. After that, let's see if you're consistent and then go from there. They can see me. Yep. Okay. So first thing that we're going to talk about is, remember, the shoes. So everybody take your shoes off. I know. Thank you. Yeah, it's awesome. That's the benefit of a home gym. So when we're doing a squat, first thing is our foot placement. Everybody's like, where do I put my feet? They end up doing like this and coming in this arching back. Where no, you're gonna, I don't even know how to say more now. So our feet are usually going to be about shoulder width apart. Now, for some people, they feel a little bit better with toes pointed out or toes pointed in or a little bit of an offset. But for our purposes today, let's just do a shoulder width apart. Now, when we're doing this, what I want you to think about is, again, I'm going to come down, and PVC pipe, you guys don't necessarily need it. And what I want you to think about is I'm pushing through the floor, almost like, you know how like the old men get up like this and it looks aggravating? Same thing that you're doing here. So I'm going to come through, push my feet through the floor. I really want you to feel it, because even when we think of our feet, so let's say this is my foot, it's called the tripod foot. And it's really important for our overall balance with lifting, but as well as our kind of our stability in ourselves. So you want your big toe, your pinky toe, and your heel kind of being your base as you push through. So let's go ahead and actually drop the PVC pipes. I changed my mind, I'm sorry. And let's have everybody, let's just see where we're starting. Do 5 squats. Go ahead. There you go. Not bad, not bad. I see your knee thing. Good. You have nice legs. Good. Okay. So did everybody feel their feet a little bit more in that position as opposed to just your standard squat? Okay. So then with that, we talk about our chest, right? So this also depends. All of us are kind of the same height, give or take. You've got longer legs too. And Annalise, you have a little bit longer. You've got longer quads. But what we want to talk about is, if I've got longer legs, it's going to be a lot harder for me to keep my chest up, and I'm going to end up going into this sway back position. I don't want to do that, right? So this is where individualization is really important. What we're going to do is keep our chest up, but as our butt comes back, so think of sitting on a toilet is behind me. So as our chest comes back, I'm just going to sit down and come up. I want you to be in a natural position. I don't want you to think about, I need to keep my chest up. I need to keep my chest up. Because if you do, it ends up going in the sway back position, and also your chin ends up coming up. You're asking for an injury at that point. Questions there? Okay, so now what we talk about is shoulders, okay? So people often will do like a squat like this, or they'll do that, right? And again, kind of same thing. If our back is in this nice alignment, almost again, thinking of our PVC pipe, I'm going to take it here and I'm going to squat down. That's how it should be comfortable, right? So let's have everybody take your PVC pipe, go back here, and then we're going to squat down. Good. It's a little bit harder now, huh? Go ahead. So, Haley, do you mind if I use you for an example? Come on up. Let me make sure Nina's not trying to contact me. Nope. Okay. So go ahead, and I want you to go, let's face everybody so that actually, yeah, let's face everybody so you can see. So go ahead and go slower. So now, go ahead. See how her knees kind of cave in right here? Do you feel your feet collapsing?
Well, I have a natural turnout, so I want to do this really bad.
Do it.
And then I'm a toe walker.
Are you really?
It's really hard to put weight in the middle.
Well, there we go.
So
do what you feel like would make it more comfortable for you.
Okay, so
So then with the other thing that you're going to see people say is like her knees are going over her toes. You're squatting, your knees are going to go over your toes. That's a thing that shouldn't be a thing. So go, but now we see how we're putting a lot of pressure on these inner thighs right here. Yeah, come on, like make you do ballet. So for Haley, it might be like, okay, squatting doesn't really look comfortable, and that's okay. What if you took your feet a little bit wider and then squatted? Is that better?
Yeah.
So this is a sumo squat. That's a modification that we can easily make. But what I think what we're going to do for you, and you'll see when we get to the barbells and the bench, we're going to go into that regular squat form. And I think just giving you that tactile feedback and then focusing on your legs pushing out, that will be a helpful cue. So we'll circle back there. Let's have everybody do 5 more, and I'll choose somebody else to come up, or unless someone wants to just fucking go for it, we can. Good. 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 And at least you kind of have the same thing that she was talking about, huh? Bess, why don't you come up since this is your first? All right, squat it out, girl. What do we notice? Anybody notice anything? You don't count. Nothing? She goes forward. And you have a spring, right? You're like, okay, I touch it. So what I want you to think, I want you to think, go a little bit slower. And what you can see, I want you to turn this way so we can all see you. Can you all? Yes. So go ahead. If you notice, you try and stay upright, and then you're like, oh yeah, my butt's supposed to go back. Is that what you're thinking? Yeah. So what I want you to think about, like, think you're in a porta potty. I'm serious. Let's go. See, some porta potties are really nice because they put the handle right there, right? And so what I want you to think about is that handle's right there, and you're coming down and back.
Okay.
It's a good analogy. Okay. Yeah, it's just like, oh, fuck, I remember that time. I was 25. It was a little rough. Go ahead. There, much better. So even, go ahead, butt back. Butt back. There you go. Yeah, hi. You're okay. Put your stuff in. Come on in. Does that feel a little bit better?
Yeah.
Okay, get back out there. This is Mia, everybody. Hello. Mia, there's a PVC pipe. There's 2 over here for you. We're just doing demonstrations on the squat, which we already know you can do. But you're going to take your shoesies off for me, as you know. Okay. So we've got feet, knees. If our knees are turning in, most likely we've got a weakness going on. If our ankles are limited, like if we feel like our heels are coming off the ground, most likely there's an ankle mobility. If our feet are collapsing, we might have an arch. It's not just your butt. There's a whole chain here that's happening that can break us down, okay? So sometimes people will go to physical therapy or somebody and they'll be like, oh, just, do your glute exercises, do glute bridges. Sometimes it's not just your glutes, okay? A lot of women don't feel their butt, which is unfortunate because we all want a butt, but sometimes it's a little bit more and your butt, right? Okay, so now let's talk about an actual barbell squat because that's what you're here for. So when we take this PVC pipe, we've got our feet shoulder width apart or a little bit more, depending on how it feels comfortable for you. Our chest is nice and tall. I'm just going to take this guy and I'm going to put it on my back. Now, the important thing here is a lot of women are like, ooh, that doesn't feel good. That hurts my neck. And I'm like, okay, we got to flex our traps. So these guys up here, right, we need to flex those. Those are muscles. They're going to help make it nice and cushiony for you to put a barbell there. You're going to be sore from it when you first start. It's okay. But what you're not going to do is put a pad there. If you put a pad on a barbell and you put it on your back, you're asking for an injury that's going to really fuck you up. And so we don't want to do that. Now, when I'm doing this, everybody's like, where's my arms go? Okay. Arms are just kind of in a W. Everybody looks great here. The one thing I want you to be aware of is I don't want our, again, chest up where our arms are coming forward and we're flailing forward. The barbell's just going to sit a nice piece here, and it should have that little bit of a flex. It's a lot simpler than you think it is. Questions on that? No. Y'all have, yes, Caitlin.
Okay, when you say flex your traps, are you saying like elevate your shoulders a little bit or just like tighten those
Good
muscles?
question. So I don't want to elevate the shoulders because that's going to kind of cause some tension there. It's more of like think of like, do shoulder shrugs, right?
Uh-huh. Like up and back.
Here, yeah, you're coming right here and kind of shrugging and creating a nice cushion, like a pillow. Does that help?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Okay. So when we're doing this, let's have everybody do 5 squats and just see what the heck happens. Good, good, good. Much better, Gus. Good, Nia. Good. And then you two, what I want you to think about is pushing your knees, like my hands are on your knees, push your knees into my hands as you're coming down. And try, yeah. There. A little bit more. And go a little bit. There you go. You feel that difference of like more stability instead of them caving into. Okay. So I was like, hey, you need like a broomstick or something. It'll just be really helpful. You got it. Yeah, I mean, they are, yeah. Because my lover was like, oh, that's like $100 worth of PVC pipe. I was like, PVC pipe costs yeah. I was like, okay, come on. Then we go, and I was like, it's $88, you asshole. And he's like, oh. Yeah, like, come on. Well, and I'm like, I'm just going to give them to the gym because I'm going to use them again and they're going to use them. So, okay. Any questions so far on the form? Okay. Uh-huh. Let's look. Go for it.
I feel like more so when I have, like if I'm holding them on and it's heavier, like I feel like I don't go as far.
What I'm noticing is your butt is not coming back. So scoot over to the bench. Oh, so the bench is behind you a little bit and come forward. A little bit backwards. Sorry, Abyss. No, it's okay. And now go ahead and touch your butt to the bench.
I didn't get it.
That's it. No, it's low enough. Yeah.
Okay.
It's low enough. Yeah. So it's more so of a, am I going low enough?
Okay.
The other thing we need to talk about too is what the hell is happening with your belly, right? Because a lot of times we get it and we just think, oh, I'll just kind of contract and hopefully it's okay. We need to think about breathing. So breathing is super important with strength training. It's super important postpartum. It's super important during pregnancy. It's just super important. And a lot of us grew up thinking, I'm going to breathe, like I'm going to suck it in. I'm a millennial, so, suck it in and do this thing. So then we become chest breathers. It's true, right? Or we're gripping our abs and then we're becoming lower belly breathers. And so we're wondering why we have this lower belly pooch and then this is all nice and cute. It's because it's a breathing technique, or can be, I should say. So when we're thinking about the breath, what I want you to do is think of like, okay, I'm just going to relax my jaw, relax my belly, relax my vagina. All that needs to come in and relax. If you're not able to do that, we need to work on that. And what I recommend is you just do that nightly when you're in bed trying to decompress for the day. So now, as I'm going to think about, I got the barbell here, I'm ready to go. I'm going to exhale, and I'm going to bring up kind of this lower muscle here. So think of like an elevator coming up through your vagina, or you're picking up a blueberry, or another term is zip your clit. So a lot of options, whichever rings your ding, like you should do it. Yeah, we'll try to get you off, So now I'm going to come up, and then that's going to contract my belly. I don't want to just breathe out and compress down, because now if I look at that, if I just go, now I've loosened and I've brought this together, I've lost some strength here. I've lost some kind of stability here. And now my back is rounded. What's going to happen? An injury. So everybody's a little bit different. Breathing is one of the hardest things, and it becomes the most important, and stability becomes the most important, especially as that barbell gets heavier, okay? So when I'm taking this, and I want everybody to go through this 5 times, and then we're going to pair up and go to the barbell. So I got my barbell, I got my feet, so I'm going to come in. I'm going to think of lifting it off the rack, because there's your other step too. You've got to get that thing off that thing, okay? So I'm going to come up, right? So there's a little dip in the drive, and I'm going to step back, step back, step back. Then I'm going to go into my 5 squats. So let's go through that together. Okay, so we'll do this. We'll really, really practice. So I'm going to put my head underneath the barbell. I'm going to get my little traps all kind of cushiony. Ready? Okay, so now I got to think I got to lift it off the hooks. Push up, step back, step back. You don't need to go further back. And now go 5, 1. Good. That's much better. Good. Good. Good, 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 good. Annalise, those look good. Good. Okay. You ready to do it on the barbell? Hell yeah. All right. Any questions? No. Good job, Danielle.
Wish
Okay.
I was there.
Huh? I know.
I wish I was there. You guys look like you're having so much fun.
Well, I am. I don't know about them. So what we're going to do, so we'll do 3, 2, 2 at a barbell. It's totally okay. How I want you to pair up is by height, because that's really important as far as where the hooks go. So let's see, you two are about the same height, you two same height. Bess, you might be with, let me see, hang on. I might put you with them more so, and then you two to get Nia, and you go with Bess, and then you two are about the same height. Yeah. That about everybody confirm on that? Yes, that looks like it. Yeah, because you and Ashley are about the same height. Okay. So I'm going to use y'all's barbell as the example barbell. Let me pull this through so they can see. There we go. Okay. Hi. Okay. So these barbells weigh about 45 pounds. So like I said, your kids and everything else you do is probably just about that, if not more. When we have the barbell here, watch out for these landmines. So this is a squat rack, okay? These are hooks. The hooks are adjustable. I'm sure y'all know this, and I'm reiterating myself, but it's very important for you to know where to put the hooks, because the hooks help you so much more. Because what a lot of times I'll see women do is they'll put the hooks a little bit higher. They'll be like, oh, they're shoulder height. And then, and Nia, you did this too, is you have to come up tippy toes, and then you're like, okay, I don't want you up on your tippy toes. There's no strength here. If you try and squat here, it's a lot harder than just being flat-footed like we talked about with the 3 points. So what I say a lot of the time, and this is where writing down stuff is helpful, because so many of us are intimidated by the squat rack, right? There's usually a bro in there making noise, or there's some influencer with her phone at her ass. And what we want to do, so there's usually on the squat racks numbers. Those numbers are your guiding lights. So again, similar to if you don't know what you're supposed to do because you didn't write down last week's, you're going to be playing around here and you're going to go, oh, fuck it, never mind. So am I putting words in y'all's mouth? Okay.
Like, I never moved this because I don't want
to. Okay, so Eileen, bad girl. So I'm going to put him at 26. I might go a little bit lower for y'all, but for our purposes, 26. And you always want to make sure they're even. This one is not even. I did that on purpose. So if you see, yeah. You said it already. Yeah. Definitely. I was like, you guys, we're going to, like, y'all two are the ones. So when we do this, we don't want it uneven, because your body is already imbalanced. You have a dominant side. You're not ever going to be equal, right? But we need to try and get it so it stays equal. By doing that, you're also going to risk an injury too. So again, lots of risk for injury, which makes it so scary. But I promise you, it's one of those things that there's just these little things that help you along the way that mitigate the risk of injury. So when you're taking these, and everybody's going to do this too, you're just going to turn like a doorknob and pull it out. And then we put it in and turn again. Yes. So this one has an extra little, yeah, it's got an extra doohickey. Most of them just have the one. The other thing too that you guys have to.
Well, man, I don't know if you want to bring this up, but
Go ahead.
especially anyone who oh my gosh, that's the next one that is automatic.
Oh, it's machine. 300.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to bring that up about how that could mess up before.
So the Smith machine, does everybody know what the Smith machine? Okay, so the Smith machine is like a fixed squat rack. So the barbell cannot move on and off. Like, you have all the control of the barbell. the barbell is in these posts and it just stays in them posts. There's pros and cons. If that's the only thing you've got, pro. If it's the other option, let's go with the other option. Now, again, it depends on the client too. But what the Smith machine does is going to put you in a very fixed position. It's not going to allow you to adapt for you, right? Because it's going to make you more upright. Like sometimes, and there's things where you can watch the barbell. It's called the barbell path. That's not where we're at today. But my barbell might come a little bit more forward and a little bit more up. If that's working for me, I'm not trying to go to like the CrossFit Games or the Olympics or anything. It's fine. But a Smith machine is not going to let you do that. When you see one, you'll be like, that's the thing Amanda was talking about. The other thing to talk about is the clips. These suck. So these ones are just, they open and close. I bet Austin got some pretty nice ones knowing him. So these should be a little bit easier, but you'll either see these kind of clips or you'll see kind of clamper clips. Yeah, yes, and they have this wheel and then the two legs. I have those at my home gym, but I also have these. But these sometimes to get them off, you're like, oh. So it all depends on the gym. It all depends on the atmosphere. I would say the one thing you do have to do is figure these out though, because you don't want to be lifting without clips. What we need to also talk about, and I didn't put in my mind, is bailing out of the bar, because a lot of women don't know how to bail. And what bailing is it's too heavy. I'm in a bad position. I need to get out of it. So let's go through the barbell first, and then we'll talk about bailing, because I think, yes.
So I feel like at the gym too, I don't know what it's called, but they have the like slacks.
Yes,
things that come out.
these are the same.
The bar like down.
Uh-huh.
That was fun. That's the first time I've ever lifted a barbell, and I had to get it all the way up.
Okay, so you want to talk about like how do we get the barbell on here?
We'll put it back
Mm-hmm.
down.
Do you know what those are for? Those are for bailing as well. So what she's talking about are these little like arm things that come out, usually here. Some people squat on the outside of the rack. Some people squat on the inside of the rack. So for example, these are the same thing. These are just kind of, they're safeties, essentially. So excuse me. So if I'm squatting in this rack and it's too heavy, I can bail out. They're going to catch it. What you're talking about, if I'm squatting, I got to bail out. They're going to catch it. So good question though is, okay, but what if someone just leaves the barbell on the ground? Like that's so rude. Please, gym etiquette is a thing. If you go to a gym, it is very nice to 1, wipe down your equipment, 2, put your weights away, and 3, re-rack everything and leave it like you would want to come to it. If someone is working in a rack, say there's only 3 racks, right, and everybody's working in it, you have the right to ask them, what set are you on? And you have the right to say, do you mind if I jump in with you? That is gym etiquette. People who go to the gym, that adore the gym, that love the gym, that want people to go to the gym will be kind about it. If they're an asshole about it, they should find a different gym. Or you should find a different environment if it's like a thing. Does that answer a question too? So, okay, let's have everybody either.
Gone to the gym and like they left the weights. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that she's leaves it on the, and it's like, really.
Pick it up, like I would always like take weight off.
Yeah, take weight off.
Don't want to lift. Yeah. And then is there a proper way to get the barbell from like?
I'm going to show it right now, and we're going to do it. Yeah. So, and this will be, yes.
Yeah.
Well, because you have to clean.
Yeah.
And cleaning is technical. So that's why you want a naked barbell as much as you can when you're getting in these positions, because even grabbing plates, like they're not convenient. It's not like a purse, right? It's this heavy, bulky thing, and you have to figure out how to move. So let's everybody grab their PVC pipe again, or a PVC pipe around you. It doesn't have to be the one you have. So let's put it down on the ground, sorry. So let's say this is on one of those racks, or it's on the floor and they left it like that. What you're gonna have to do, and we're gonna go over this, is deadlift, and then pop and pop. It's very CrossFit-y, I promise, we'll be okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come down, and again, we're gonna go into deadlift after we do the squat rack for a little bit. So some of this will translate and we'll do it again. So that way you've got that muscle memory, but I'm gonna come down, I'm gonna pick it up, and I'm just gonna come back, shrug, and put it down. Yeah. So down, shrug, pull, and flip elbows out. That's okay. Yeah. So you're gonna move out. So think of, yes. So that's how you would do it. The other option, so then another, good, everybody put that down. Another thing too, so say this is not at the height we need it to be at. What you can do is literally come to one side, shoulder, move this, and then put it back. It'll be uneven, and then you'll go to the other side and move it too. Good? Ready? Okay, let's do that. This is more fun. So let's clear benches off. I'm just going to put this back here. Okay. Y'all have any questions about the rack? Okay. Okay. All right. Got it? 28. Okay, girls. Let's take this off. It probably needs to be a little bit higher for y'all. Right? Oh, fuck that. Yeah. So then you're like, oh.
Some of them are the ones where they have like.
Yes, the hand, yeah. Yeah, so you got to get the little holes. Okay, so I want each of you to just take this out and put it back in. I know you can do it, but let's have you do it.
Where do you think they should go?
I think they're right where they are. Okay. Yeah. Okay. There you go. Yes, yeah. I go through the hole. There you go. Good. A little bit. So now you're like, okay, I can do that. Both of you are going to do that too. Take this off. So each of you pull it out, lock it back in. There you go. And 26. There we go. Good job, Bess. Good. Okay. So I want you to clean it. Yeah. So let's watch Haley. Haley's gonna clean it. Y'all are good. Good. Shrug and throw elbows forward.
My hands back.
Are they both forward? Yeah, they're good.
So shrug and then.
You got it. There you go. Now put it on. There you go. Simple as that. Got it. Okay. Drop it. Oh, no. Yeah, so that's another, so shrug, go through. There you go. Now put it on the rack. Here, you want to do it? Okay. Pick it up. Then you're going to shrug. Think of like throwing your elbows up. You got it. I'm going to be here. There you go. Now walk it forward and put it on here. Good. Just like that. Y'all good with the
shortest, I think.
Yeah.
I tested
It's
it.
okay.
I told
Okay.
it. Yeah.
And then y'all good with cleaning it up here?
Oh yeah.
Good.
You want to just practice cleaning it
Okay.
up.
Okay. Okay, who's going first? Christina's. Mia is. Haley is. Okay. So remember, now we've got the smooth part and the rough part on the barbell, right? The smooth part is going to go on your trapping rack, right? So when I come up under, I'm going to come up under, squeeze my traps, and then lift. So let's just do that first. You got it, Nia. Good. Take your step back. There. Step back. There you go. Whoa, core.
Okay, wait. That's
Down. You got it.
heavier on this side.
So, and then that's where we've got, and so let's have you two do 5 reps real quick. Good. Haley, rack it real quick for me. Christine, you're good. There we go. And feet a little bit wider. There you go. Good. Now rack it real quick for me. Put it on here. Yep. Okay. So what we're going to do is I want you guys to move the bench. We're going to do box squats. Yeah. Okay. So let's demo this. For y'all.
She's like,
Oh my gosh. All right. So with this, we're going to add the box in. It's just going to provide kind of a containment system. So think of yourself in a box. This is your low point. This is your floor. Okay. So I'm going to demonstrate. Then we're each going to go through slowly. So again, I'm going to come up underneath traps. Feel that. I'm going to squeeze. And then what I'm going to do is remember feet in the ground. If you want.
Okay.
If you want. I mean, you're acting at a great time. Sure, whatever, you know. Okay, so I'm going to come back. Remember, my trap's here. I'm nice and strong. My legs are already burning. And I'm going to bring my belly up. Remember that breathing, the exhale. I'm bringing up my zip, my clit. Coming up. Step back. Then I'm coming down. There's my butt on the box. Up. Down. Up. I don't want to see this and coming down. Because look what happens to my back when I do. This is going to hurt. So it's just ooh, it's there, right? That's it. Okay. Just saying. All right. So let's have Bess go first. Haley, you're already there. And then let's have Tess, you go first. You know, I mean, hey.
best toilet at a restaurant spot recently. You're right.
That looks beautiful. Good. Now, what I want you to do, feet a little bit wider. There you go. And go push into my legs. There. Push. Push. Yeah. Push. Good. I want you to do one more because I want to see it. Sorry. Okay, go ahead and rack it. Okay, second person. Think of fishing. Ooh, much better. Much better. Now think of butt coming back, like kind of at an angle. There you go. Okay, rack it. Good. Ashley, how are we looking? Good. Nia, good. Ashley, do you like being up that upright?
What do you mean?
Nia, do your feet a little bit wider. So you're kind of like this. Instead, there you go, Nia. Yeah. And think of like your butt coming back a little bit more.
I mean,
If you like it, okay, then whatever's more comfortable, do that. Good. Good, Nia. Good. Look it. Aha, look at those knees. So take your feet a little bit wider. There you go. Now, go ahead and down. There. That hurt? Okay. This leg is janky. Okay, now push into my arms. There you go. And then come up. You're going to do a shortened squat. There you go. And come up. Good. So what you need to do at the gym, so actually let's have Christine go, and then I'm going to demo with you. That's good, Christine. Shocker. I know, it feels good to use a barbell, huh? We're like, oh, yeah. So I'm going to have everybody watch Annalise here, so that way we can learn some things. All right. So go ahead, rack it up. So we already know there's a little bit of stuff going on, right? So we're going to go feet a little bit wider. Have your toes point out just a little bit more, like kind of like duck. Yeah. So the cue that I'm using is push your legs into my thighs. Now, that's kind of a Band-Aid fix for what's happening, but for our purposes today and for her just overall, getting that muscle to think like, okay, I got to push my thighs into Amanda's hands. So come back and down and see how like here it starts to get like, that's like if she goes lower, it's like, go ahead up. It's like, that's not so great. So what you can do, if you feel like your range of motion, go ahead and rack it. It's scary or we're unfamiliar with it. So the box, you can take a box like this guy's or a bench. Usually the bench are in the squat racks. You can put them there and use that as kind of your template. Now, if it's still like, oh, I can't quite get it, you can take plates and stack them here. So oftentimes, so say we're doing this at home, right? I don't have a bench, I don't have a squat rack. You can take a chair, do books. And then as that gets more comfortable, take a book away. As it gets more comfortable, take a book away. As it gets more comfortable, maybe go to the 25-pound plate instead of the 45. Good? Time, okay. Any other questions on the squat? No. Did I bombard your informational brain? Let's deadlift. Okay, yeah.
On the spot, when you know to go up in weight.
Great question. So this goes back to your sets, reps, etc. I like the terms 2 in the tank. So let's say 3 sets of 10, right? So you're like, okay, I got to do it 10 times. Your 9th, 8th, 9th, 10th one should be like, woo, I'm done. I can do 2 more, but it'd look really ugly. So you can do 12, but you shouldn't. If you can do 10 and you walk away and you're like, you need to add weight. If you walk away 10, you're like, you need to not add weight, right? There, and say like going from, we'll say 25 to a 45 or 25 to a 35 is too much. Usually there's 5 pounds, 2.5 pounds. If even like add the 2.5s and just go from there. Like right now where everybody's at, you should be adding weight each time. You're at the best part of strength training. For Christine and I, it's incredibly hard for us to add weight at this point in our lives. And that's okay. Like we're happy to get 1 extra pound, 2 extra pounds. You guys are going to be getting 10, 15, 20 extra pounds every other week, more or less. Would you say? Yeah. 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 When you start, you're like, oh my God, this is going to go great. And then you get like 2 or 3 years in, you're like, where the fuck is everything? So that's where these like micro things start to happen. Or that's where we change, like, oh, maybe we sumo squat and challenge that way. So now I can progress. And so when we're strength training, there's like these major lifts. So there's the squat, the deadlift, a press, and a row. Some people say abs, some people say lunge. There's 4 to 5 of your big categories. So think of it like nursing. So nurses, you're a nurse, but there's also hospice nurses. There's kind of like Botox nurses. There's NICU nurses, but they all kind of do nursing school. Same thing with lifting. There's squats, but there's sumo squats, regular squats, skinny squats, sissy squats. Like there's so many iterations that there's always a way to progress. So that's where, like, if you guys are uncomfortable doing it this and it feels better with this sumo squat, do that. It's not a problem. Now, if you're like, okay, I really want to work on this, we need to work on that. Anything else? Okay, deadlift. All right, let's go back to our positions. Caitlin's just like this. All righty. Deadlift. Get some water. Water break. Okay. So this is what we talked about with the clean, right? So clean coming through. Deadlift is one of the hardest things to coach. Don't know why, but it is. So we're going to try our best today. What I want you to think about doing is I'm going to take this barbell, or take my, PVC pipe, and all I want you to think about is I'm going to hit you in the hips. That's it. I hit you really hard. So come up and then hit you. There we go. Got that. Hit. There. Go. Knee up. Do it again. There. Okay, great. That's the first part. So what happens here is a lot of women come back and then they lift their toes and they fall back and then they wonder why, what's happening. Okay, it's because we're not, again, thinking of our tripod foot. So the tripod foot is big toe, pinky toe, and heel. It should all be firmly in the ground. So we hit our hips back and my feet are firmly planted in the ground. Now, most of the times, contrary to our squat width is wider, deadlift is narrower, So I'm going to come down, hit myself in the hips, and I'm just going to bring my butt back. That's going to lower my chest. My chest doesn't need to lower on its own. My butt coming back will make my chest lower. Good? Okay, so I want everybody to take what I said and do 5 of them. And let's just see where we're at. Yes, but there's a difference between the two. Right now, yes. Yeah. Good call. Good. So Annalise, butt back. There we go. Good. You're doing pretty good for never doing any of this. Yeah. Oh, yeah. See? Because you're fixed. And that's okay, though, because you got the shins. Because I'll review it when we get there. So you two do, Tessa looks great. Ash, Sorry. Good. Good. Now, okay, the other thing that women miss, chest and shoulders. Shocker. So what I always tell clients is think of, I'm going to put my hand on this part, okay? And I want to be able to flex that part. Because if I'm coming here and that part's not flexed, my back is going to round, which again, some people need to round the back, some people don't. But for our purposes, we're not engaging our back. There's a difference between being knowledgeable in that form and then not knowing what the heck you're doing. So I'm going to come back, flex my shoulder. So I'm going to really come down, like I'm going to push something down, like in deep, deep sand. And I'm going to come down, put my butt or back, hips, excuse me, one of the body parts. And I'm going to come down, and I want the flat back. So again, taking the PVC pipe, and it stays again on my back, and it should go level and come up. So you're doing really a little bit more of a squat. So feel a little bit more narrow. There you go. There you go. There, much better. Good, good. Those look good. Good, Bess. Christine, good. Haley, chest more forward. Let it come down. Yep, there. Nia, better. Annalise, let that chest come forward. The back, 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 back. Yeah, there you go. So a great way to work on this is to get a wall, come a few feet out from the wall, and try and have your butt hit the wall. So as soon as my butt touches, okay. So, and that's what I do with a lot of clients who have no body awareness. Y'all actually have really good body awareness. So I'm really grateful for that. So I'm going to come back, butt touches wall. Okay, great. I'm going to come a little bit more forward, right? Because now I'm not so scared. Butt comes back and forward. If I start to see my feet come up, then I need to have more center of mass, right? Center of gravity. My chest needs to counterbalance my butt as it's coming forward, okay? So the other thing to think about too, where do we put our hands? Our hands, they just go outside of our hips. That's all. And the thing that sucks about the deadlift is as it gets heavier, your grip will go. And so then you're like, well, I can lift this, but my grip starts to go. There's a thing that's called a switch grip. So usually, most of the time, you're going to have both palms over the barbell. If it gets incredibly heavy, yep, you can do a switch grip. So one hand is out, one hand is in. For me, I do not recommend this when you're starting because, again, that can create an asymmetry more so in your body, which we don't want. But also, if you can't lift it without doing the switch grip, then we need to go lighter and go slower. That will make it heavier. So when we talk about the switch grip, you'll see that on videos. If you're like really wanting to get after it and it's heavy and you're like, yeah, I want to do it though, do it. But if you're going to do it, you need to switch. Switch, switch. Again, for our purposes, just do overhand. Okay? So now, thinking of the shoulders, hips back, feet, butt back, I want everybody to do 5 of them. Good, good, good. Good, good, much better. You guys are good here. Good. Caitlin, can I see your head when you do this? Thank you. I saw your butt, it looked good, but because the other thing I'll talk about, go ahead. So good, Danielle, that looks great. So the other thing too that you're going to start to see is I'm going to come down and you'll see people start to pull. If you're leading with your nose and your chin, you're going to arch your back, you're going to hurt something. So again, thinking of, I've got my broomstick or my PVC pipe and I'm coming down and up. If I try and do my head, my PVC pipe comes off my back and my whole line is off. So it's always a neutral. I like to think of it, if you have ever seen the oil pumps in West Texas, that same kind of motion. Goes up and down, up and down, all right? Questions? Okay, let's deadlift. So I'm going to move these guys. Let's move these barbells for everybody. There's that. There's this. And last one. Okay. Come on. Good. 5 of them. Watch your neck. So try and keep, like, think of chin tuck a little bit. There we go. Much better, much better, much better. Good. Chin tuck. There we go. There. You feel the difference in that pulling? Good. Nia, relax your arms. There. And then, yep. There we go. Perfect. Good. Next. If one of you want to hop on here. These ones we don't need the same height. Ash feet a little bit. There you go. Good. 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 So now think of flex here. There. Now go. There you go. You feel the difference?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like,
Keep it close to you. Close to you, close to you, close to you. There you go. There you go. Keep going. Keep going. There you go. Good. Down. It's challenging in it because you got to have that right form. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah. Great. Let's talk a little bit about what Haley brought up. She asked about an RDL. So there's, again, remember our nursing staff? There's RDL deadlift, sumo deadlift, B-stance deadlift, single leg deadlift. There's so many deadlift forms. RDL tends to have more of a stiff leg. It's also AKA stiff leg deadlift. So it tends to be more of a stiff leg. Whatever's more comfortable. When you get to your like next level of enlightenment with lifting, then you can worry about that. If this feels more comfortable, then do that. If this feels more comfortable, then do that. The important part is that this part of your body is still doing the same motion. Does that help you? Yeah. Anybody have any questions on the deadlift? No. Let's do presses, unless everybody wants to kind of do, because I had those 3 I wanted to cover. Anything else? Okay. Pressing. Last one. I want to make sure you guys have your Sunday fun day on time. So presses are a little bit more challenging with a barbell than they are dumbbells, okay? So what we're going to do is, barbell's going to be pretty heavy for all of us. We're going to do some dumbbell presses. If you want to try barbell presses, let's do that. But for most of us, we'll probably be doing dumbbell. So with the barbell press, that same rack, thinking of a rack, and actually that's what we'll do, sorry. That rack is going to be here. So now instead of them coming up and under, I'm just stepping up to it. And the challenging part is I got to get my hands underneath. My shoulders are my base. If I have my shoulders back, or my elbows, excuse me, if I have my elbows back here, that barbell is going to roll forward and it's going to get really heavy. So shoulders are my base. Your collarbone is going to get a little bruised and it's okay. So when I'm coming here, I'm coming under the rack. Remember, I got to come up and lift it off, step back, step back. These will really enlighten your core because now that weight is on the front. So our back muscles are going to help, but our core muscles are really going to help. So when I'm coming here, step back, step back. Now I'm going to press it overhead. Good, 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 good. The thing I see a lot of women do is they press overhead and arch. If you do that, again, think of like your center is your most strongest point. So if I'm pressing overhead and I'm doing this, where is that weight going to go? I have no stability in my shoulders. So what I'm going to do is just come up overhead. The other thing too that I see women is they get scared they're going to hit their face. It happens, but it's almost like your chin, you make a, whatever this called, a double chin, right? And so you make the double chin and then you come forward. Another thing I see us do, and this is more for my like athletic CrossFit kind of background, is they end up pushing their head through. They do this. And now if I think about it, where is all that weight going? And now I'm like trapping, yeah. And so you're actually going to probably get some kind of pinch in your nerve or in your neck because sometimes overuse of traps will do that. Questions on the press. What I want us to do is I'm going to put the barbells on the rack. And everybody's going to go, get it, step back, and just feel that weight on the front of their bodies. Then what we'll do is go into the dumbbells with it. Let's get this guy. Yeah. Does anybody else want to practice putting it up? Yes. Absolutely. So if you want to do the press with the barbell, go for it. Yeah. Try it. Good. Okay. Yes, we all should. So, okay, I want everybody who's not on a barbell to step up to it, go up underneath, step back, because I want you to feel that weight in the front. Good, those are strict presses. Yes, same. So the barbell height for this is going to be the same as your squat. Good, those look great. So Tess over here, if you saw her, she was doing a strict press. Good, elbows a little bit more forward, Bess, that'll help. There it is. Rest this on your shoulders. There are your, collarbone. There, you feel that? Yeah. You want to try it again? So rack it for me real quick and keep your hands on there. And I want you to see where your hands are. Are they even? Yeah. So that's our first thing. Good, Haley. Okay, I guess everybody's going to press with a barbell. Great. Yes. Good. Christine, those look great, of course. Okay, Bess, you go for it. There we go. Now, belly tight. Think of core. Press. Exhale. There you go. Exhale. There we go. And put it down. See how we're moving our head in and out? So go ahead and rack it. So for me, I would say, okay, Bess, you can do it, but your form looks like crap, right? So then we need to go to dumbbells because there's no way to lighten this. And so dumbbells, you can just do the same thing. Neil, you want to try?
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, I know. I have 35 at home. Good, Ash. And at least you got it? No. Rack it. Good. Good, Mia. There you go. This is Lisa. She is the owner. And Austin. Austin's here too. Hi, Dana. Hello. Okay. So what we didn't talk about is bailing out of the lift. So let's go through that real quick. Chances are you're not really going to have that problem, but just in case, if we start to get uncomfortable, one of the ways for a squat to bail out, so I'm going to come up underneath, say I'm like, oh, okay, I got this, and I'm going blah, 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 and I get to those last reps, and I'm like, oh, I'm stuck. Most of the time, you're going to get stuck here, and you're not going to be able to push through. What you do is just let it roll off your back. So just let it go and step forward. If they have those kind of hands or these, just let it fall in there. But you need to make sure when you're doing that, that these guys are low enough that they're not impacting your weight, that you're not hitting it when you go down. Does that make sense? Just let it go. That is your safety. If the gym gives you shit for that, you need to find a new gym because they should understand that completely. The other thing for deadlift, if it's too heavy, just drop it. Like simple as that. For a press, if it's too heavy, say I'm up here, most of the time it's going to get here and you're going to be like, oh, just drop it and step back. The thing that you'll see is people will be like, what's it called? Catches, what am I thinking? Catching them, like squatting them, like checking them. Like what's the person, like checking, like the person, like if you're behind me. Spotter, thank you. Yeah. So you'll see people spotting, just don't, because that person's going to get hurt. So say I'm squatting like 150 pounds and you're behind me, like, okay, you can help me and lift up under my arms, but like now we're just two women like hugging each other in the gym. It's not going to help. So there's just, yes. There's, again, we are worker outers who enjoy general working outing. Yeah. And the sooner you can accept that, your life will be a lot easier. You will not have to compete with anybody. It's all in your head. You are enjoying it. It's doing what works for you. If you are confident and able to do this stuff, then you can add weight. Then you can change the form. Then you can try, so you were doing strict press, we could do a push press. Oh, okay, that's cool. I can do a single arm overhead. I can do Arnold raises, okay? There's a lot of different variations. But the more you realize, like, I'm just enjoying this, I have a good playlist or maybe an audiobook, or one of my clients listens to Broadway musicals. I was like, you go, girl. Like, don't count me out. Yeah, yeah. Yes. So all of that is going to help you. The sooner, like, your mindset adapts to this and goes like, okay, I've got it. Like, this is for fun and this is for me to feel better and stronger. Then it makes it a lot easier for yourself. It makes it more kind of committed to your health as opposed to committed to a process or a progress, because it's a day by day thing. Now, some days you're going to walk into the gym and be like, I don't got it. Don't get it. Like, you can just do barbell and be like, I'm just going to work on form today. Even if I've been doing this for 13 plus years, I just want to work on form. And it's because that's going to be progress. The other thing that we need to talk about is rest. So I mentioned it in the beginning. Depending on your reps and set schemes, your rest is going to be shorter or it's going to be longer, okay? But in between days, we need to rest. We need to make sure we're eating enough. We need to make sure we're drinking water. Again, like I said in the beginning, you're leaving a lot on the table by not doing those very simple things. The very simple things get you the results, not the flashy things. So going back to the girl that I used as an example earlier, good she's not here. So what she's doing is lunging and then curling. Great. But if you can curl the same weight that you're lunging with, you're not doing shit. And because think about it, like, this is an isolation. So this is only my biceps. This is my butt, my hamstrings, my quad, my feet, my stability. And oh yeah, my shoulders, because I have to keep those handles or the dumbbells here. I should be able to do a lot more weight here because these are bigger muscles than just this. So that's another thing to think about as you're starting to go through with this. Questions? We have 7 minutes left. I'm so glad I got done on time.
That's going to be the same.
Your press is going to, so more notably, good question, Haley, is that your overhead, your arm stuff is going to be lighter than your leg stuff, naturally, especially. So yeah, fuck yeah. Boy shorts for life. So your arms are going to be lighter, yes, but your deadlift and squat, they are going to be similar, but it also depends. Everything depends. So think of, like, if I don't have a lot of grip strength, my squat's going to be, or my deadlift is going to be less. Squat, and some people, you might have a better deadlift than your squat. I might have a better squat than my deadlift. Everybody's different. Other questions? No? I'll show you. Oh,
Can I ask you a question? Can you hear me?
yes.
Okay, this might be too particular, but I always struggle with this. When I'm bracing my core, am I keeping it braced throughout, like, the whole squat, the whole deadlift? Do I reset?
Good question.
How would you recommend it? And I haven't really had this issue until I started lifting heavier. Then I felt like I was, like, almost holding my breath and, like, losing that brace. So just what would your recommendation
Okay,
be?
good question. So her question is, how do we breathe? Essentially, how do we breathe through the movement? And, like, do I hold my breath through the whole movement? Like, where is my breath? And because as it gets heavier, you need to have, like, think of it like an ocean flow when you're moving, right? So taking this guy, we'll go with the deadlift because that's what you mentioned. So before I even get it, I'm getting set. I'm going like, okay, I got to, like, get my breath right. I don't want to just pick it up and try and finagle and get my body in position because now I'm going to hurt myself or I'm just not going to be ready. So if I'm here, can you see? Yeah. I'm going to exhale. And I like to exhale, kind of go, okay, check, check, check. I'm not rounding. My butt's in a nice position. I'm going to get my shoulders nice and tight right here. And as I'm coming up, exhale. So exhale on the exertion. You know that. So exhale. And then I'm going to inhale as I come back down. Exhale as I inhale, coming back down. The tough part is I still have to keep this going, right? I can't inhale and breathe all this out here because now I've lost my kind of core set of strength, we'll call it. It's not a good term, but for our purposes, this kind of strengthening piece. So as I'm coming down, I'm keeping this tight. So I still got to keep my blueberry in my vagina. Okay, well, that's something we got to work on. And that's something, if you can do it with lighter weight, you can do it with heavier weight. Now, if it gets heavy, so say you're doing like 2 reps, 2 to 4, which is my favorite, I'm not necessarily so worried about like that because you're just going to pull, But if I'm doing 15, I want to be able to go exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Does that answer your question? Yes. Okay.
Yeah, but I'm still keeping my abs
Engaged.
on, more
Yes.
engaged. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
So, and
Thank
even
you.
thinking like this here, so
The
everything
lift.
that you teach. So Caitlin's a
Mhm.
pelvic floor physical therapist. So everything that you teach is keeping this engaged. So even thinking of like,
Mhm.
I like the dead bug with the wall presses, that kind of same
Yeah.
feeling should be going
Yeah.
through with the deadlift and the squat and the presses.
Okay. You know, it's a lot to coordinate.
There's a lot to coordinate. And that's why, yeah, and my feet and my butt and my head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Yes. Yes. Well, and that's where it's okay. We got to if we're going to do this on our own, we've got to hold ourselves accountable because there's going to be a point where, so for me, what happened is I wasn't breathing appropriately. Well, then shit started going away, and now I've got to go pay people to fix my shit. It's, yeah.
Don't be afraid. That wasn't your whole time. Don't be afraid to like. But like when I'm pressing or doing movement, like I'm exhaling into that. There's nothing wrong with that. I like hold you accountable.
Yes. Other questions? If you have questions, let me know. Ask Christine. She's a great coach as well. We both offer training. So as y'all know, we've got our select Sundays here for Women's Lift Club. Right now on the list, each class is 45 a session. There's only 6 people max per class. What did happen unexpectedly is most of them are already full. So if I get enough of a wait list, I need a wait list of 3 people to open up a second class. So if I have got that, we're going to have 2 classes on these select Sundays. We'll do a 10 a.m. and I need to talk to you about this. Sorry. A 10 a.m. Yeah, sorry. Using your gym. At 10 a.m. and at 11:30. Okay. And so if that's something you're interested in, join us. It's going to be much different than this. I will help you with your form and we will make adjustments during the class, but we're going to do a full-on workout. You're going to leave here feeling a lot different than you do today. Today is a lot more mental. That's going to be a lot more physical. We're going to have a playlist. It's just girls and we're going to hang out. So that is on my one newsletter. It's on my Instagram page. I can send you the link. If it says it's full, sign up, like I said, because if I get 3 or more for my wait list, I'm going to open up that second class. The other thing that we both have online coaching on, you're not in person yet, you're kind of in person. Okay. Okay. What's your move thing?
And that allows children, toddlers are welcome,
Yeah.
kids are welcome, and that will start coming from.
Okay, so Christine and I both have options. She's a great trainer. I'm glad you came. So if you have questions for us, ask us. We're more than happy to either direct you to the right people like Ashley, people like Lisa. We're more than happy to get you support, to answer your questions, to say, here, try this. But I will say, like with coaching, you get what you put in, right? And so if that's something you value, you're going to get a lot more. You're going to take yourself from a novice to an expert really quickly, as opposed to trying to do it on your own. And for the women's classes, the Women's Lift Club here, you don't have to come to every single one. If you can't make next week, great, come to the following week. If you can only make one in the next 3 months, great, come to that one. It's not something that you have to commit to, but it's something that I really want to do to give you guys more power when you get in the gym, because my goal is never to keep you. I don't want to keep you stuck with me. I want you to be able to go and do this on your own. Now, some clients are like, I don't want to do that. I'm going to pay you. Great. Some people are like, let me come to the Sunday Lift Club and then let me go and do this on my own. Great. You can do whatever works for you. There's always options, but the goal is to get you more confident with barbell and movement and strength training. Okay. Anything else? To be transparent, that's when my mom works out at my gym. So it would be a 9. Well, because wait, 10. It would be an 8. It would be.
No pressure, no pressure. I was just like,
I hate that. No, I hate 11:30. Yeah, no, it would be 8:40. It would be. I would make it 8:30.
Oh, you like 10? I was gonna say, or do you like 9 and 10?
I would change that. Yeah, I would change it after I've got my dates released. Yes, if
It's yours.
well, but if enough people are like mornings, please, then we do mornings, right? But if enough people are like, I don't care, then I'm gonna be like, well, yeah. So again, in your little comment box, put that. But yeah. Yes, and I know. So it's
I did ask her to rename it to like business in barbell so we can write it off.
yeah.
Business owner. It could be a networking and. I'm gonna write it off.
Right off. Right off. Questions, y'all are free to go. I'm gonna clean up in here, so I'll be around for a little bit. I'll show you. There are on the TV stand out there. I have different like stuff for you guys to take if you want. There are $10 off Asher Birth and Body, which is a massage people. I've got some of her cards for $10 off massage. So you take one of those because they're great. But there's also different flyers with my pricing and what I offer as well. And then again, if you want to come back, I'd be happy to have you. So, and thank you, Lisa and Austin, for having us. Yeah.
What we're trying to do. So thanks for coming, and we're excited to be here.
Yeah.
And then
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Thanks, girls. Let me know if you have questions. Bye.